Okay, hey, before I start this video, if you want to see how this happened, just continue watching. I dragged the video on a little bit longer than I expected, because it's not easy to do this crap and the video. Anyway, I'm just going to jump straight to it, so, yeah. Alright, well, sadly, as promised, if anybody's been keeping up on my Twitter, or snooping around enough on my Twitter, um, after leading on to a feed, I basically accepted a challenge to where now every Friday for the rest of this month is a Fem-boy Friday for Fem-boy February. So, I guess that would be a good kickoff to this video as well. Mostly because I want to talk about judgment of ourselves and judgment of others. And what I mean by this is it seems like there's this preconceived notion that if you are a non-judgmental person, that means you don't have the ability to ever judge, which it's absolutely not true. Or to be all accepting means you're not judgmental. That's not what that means. Like for me to be given an example, I tell people, I do what's right, and they go, well, that's because that's how you were raised. I go, oh no. What I believe and what is right are two different things. I know what's right and I know what I would believe. People go, well, if you know that it's right, why don't you do it? Because people do plenty of things they know that aren't right. You're probably that guy out there yelling like, yeah, them homosexuals, them thingy people, yeah, they're weird. And you're like, yo man, that's not cool. That's not right. Well, yeah. But at the same time, can you say he's wrong? You'd be like, well, yeah, he is wrong because that's not right to judge somebody. Well, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. But at the same time, how do we know we're right in saying that he's wrong? That's kind of what I'm getting at with all of this. So, no, okay, so in a rational setting, yeah, everybody would be like, hey, that's not cool what that guy's doing. It's wrong. But, back up a step. So yeah, the video is about judgment, I guess, towards yourself and others. But for the whole dress up thing for Fem-boy February, as I'm doing this video, I will be doing the makeup and the hair thingy, and I'm probably not gonna go as far as putting on this eyeliner, so don't expect it because that shit's way too hard on camera. Little blushy brush thing. But yeah, so kind of just ran myself into this one. I have a tendency to see things that I think are funny, hilarious that people can't do, and I like to post a lot of challenge accepted. Whereas I was like, oh crap. Well, I don't want to be a liar. So we got that. We've got some things to put on while making this video. And yeah, I don't know, I guess we'll start. So the thing that people don't see, I guess, first off, is that they assume because they are accepting they cannot be judgmental. But it seems as though the people who can perceive judgment out of others, the better they are at perceiving it, generally the more judgmental of a person they are. So it's that whole thing of what goes up must come down. People go, you get what you dish out. Well, this is one of those things to where as much as what you're getting in is what you're going to put out. So if you're seeing all of this and you're taking all of it in, pointing everything out, or if you're able to see everything out, that means you're pointing everything out and everybody sees it. So this will be one of the very few times people will see me with, no shirt, at least on camera. What are you doing, kitty? Cat's down there. But Oh God, I need to work out. Anyway, so we'll start with this, and then I have to dump the glasses and do my hair. So what's going on right? Don't ask where I bought it. Just don't ask. But I have it now. What are you doing, cat? So. Okay, yeah, this might not work out. Oh well. So, stop, cat. Cat's trying to tear me out the chair. Anyway, let's get this here. Tie the bow tie over the top half. Okay, so you do that there, then you like pump up the boobs. Anyway, okay, so we got that. But you kind of get what I'm saying. The people who are screaming judgment the most are generally the people who are judging everybody. But at the same time, they say that they're the most perceptive, but seem to be the most blind at their own ignorance of the things they do themselves. If you're not too bright, you're probably like, what is he talking about? Or if you're not too bright, you're like, that's not me. I'm the only person who protested. Nobody says nothing. Yeah, it's because you keep pepper spraying them, asshole. You're just as much a dick as they are. But what I want to get at is part of this whole challenge of me doing this also came up on a YouTube feed I got into about the new Hogwarts game. So the new Hogwarts game that came out, the Harry Potter Hogwarts game. Okay, games are games, guys. Like let's just take who the basis of the intellectual property came off of out of the picture, and let's just look at it for what it is. It's a game. It's a game. And you're like, oh, but the proceeds, they go to who cares? Who cares where the money's going? Well, that means you support, you know what? If that's what that means, you can stretch that thought further or you can back it up. Because I guarantee you the 10-year-old who is going, Mom, I want that game right there. The only thing they're thinking is, how can I blow my entire weekend doing magic spells? Not, yay, let's go send money to a transphobic goddamn asshole. That's not what the kid's saying. Trust me, that's not what the kid's saying at all. So, for you to think that means you have a notion in your head that you judge that way. That's what you do. You judge everyone around you because that's all you see. So, what I'm getting at is these people who are too blinded by entertainment go, oh, well, that's why you can't see it. Because you've fallen into their trap. It's like, no, you've fallen into their trap. You're doing this about a game for free. So many people playing this game, this controversial game, this game, that's all you keep saying is the game. And that triggers somebody to go, I wonder what this game is. Oh, that's cool. I want to play it now. They've already forgotten about what you said because it's less interesting. What are they going to jump to more? Want to hear about an argument, or do you want to hear about a brand new game coming out? I'm going to be like, I want to hear about that game. That's all you did. That's all you did was shoot them over. So, everyone trying to put people down about this game. Let people like their games. And you're like, well, they're wrong. No, you're wrong because you're saying they can't push their opinion on you about them only liking it for the game. Well, then they're going to say the same about you. You're oppressive. You can't let people like games. You hate gamers. And you're doing it under the guise of freedom of expression. It's like, yeah, now let them express too. Let them express their love for games. Yeah, but they're doing it in a direct, conflicting way. Yes, and so are you. By telling them they don't have rights and that their views are wrong, even though they're being perceived incorrectly from your point, as your views are being viewed incorrectly from others. So people going, trans people hate me because I'm trans. No, they probably hate you because you're screaming in their face and they're like, what is this about? You don't acknowledge us. Well, yeah, they're probably saying that because they really don't know what y'all are doing there or whatever it is you're doing if you're protesting something. And you know, it's the same thing with these people. Like, hey, like, yo, what if the person doesn't even know who J.K. Rowling is? If they're like, oh, hey, look, new game, and then it's like canceled. Like, why did I get canceled? You know, now you're saying things about people that are bad. It's like, I mean, you're getting desperate at this point. You're slandering names, and at the same time, really giving yourself a bad name because then it's conclusive that you spout petty stuff. You're like, oh, that's not me. That's not me. Yes, that is you. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard the term, you know, with football. You know, I'm not a super big football fan, but it's like, hey, it's okay to miss a play. You know, you don't got to catch every single person online doing something stupid. You don't. I mean, hey, look at me. Here I am doing this. But is it stupid? No. Is it cool? I don't know. I guess. But at the same time, you got to realize that's their view, that's their choice, that's what they do, and they feel it's right. You can say it's wrong, and from your view, it's wrong, just like from others, it's okay. Look what I'm doing here, people would probably be like, hey, set this guy's YouTube channel on fire. And other people are like, no, he's a hero. Other people are like, no, she's a hero. Everybody like, oh, that's a dog. Y'all can't say that about him. Y'all act like he's a human. But anyway. Yeah. So that's just for the Hogwarts game. I just wanted to get on to touch on that a little bit. But as far as the other things go, you ever notice how people just want to be acknowledged, and they're like, I just want you to acknowledge me and I'll be happy, and you know what I'm talking about. Everyone's like, yeah. Don't you see how that slowly steps onto, okay, well, I've acknowledged you. I don't see why you want me to acknowledge you. I really don't care what you're doing in your own life. Personally, I'm minding my own business, so what do you need? And they're like, I want you to acknowledge who I am by doing this. It's like, whoa, slow down. That jumped real quick. So we're going to run through that real quick. People ask for acknowledgement. You get it. I need you to understand and acknowledge that people with disabilities exist. And it's like, okay, I acknowledge that. Well, can I get a ramp to your restaurant? And it's like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It's like, oh, okay, you see how that jumped? You see how that jumped right over from acknowledgement to request for things? And you're like, okay, so what is that supposed to mean? Well, what it is that people are so pushy about changing things because they can very quickly go down a bad hill for those who are not well informed, especially those who were very young and naive and not informed about the things of the past. There's a reason older people are so pushy about things not changing, and it's because generally with change comes something bad. And we're not saying it's going to be one thing or another. It can be anything. So, like, I guess, how can I make this simple? You want to be acknowledged. They go, okay, gay people don't exist. And it's like, but I'm, no, you're just weird. Stop it. You're like, So finally you gain acknowledgement, and they acknowledge you. And I could probably do better with this if I had concealer, but I didn't think about it. Oh well. So they acknowledge them. And they're like, okay, you're gay. They're like, yeah. They're like, okay, now that we know what you are, you mean who I am? No, what you are, sir. It. Thing. whatever, you know. And then, you know, they tell me you're not allowed here, you're not allowed here, you're not allowed here. You know, now they're in a whole nother mess. They're like, man, I finally was acknowledged. Now I'm not accepted. So now they want acceptance. So they're like, oh, okay, you want to be accepted? Okay, okay. We'll let you come in. But you can only have water. Now they want equality. So they finally got accepted, but they realized they're not equal. So they fight for equality. They're like, alright, we give you equality. Give them equality. And very quickly they want accommodations. Well, I'm the same, but I'm a little bit different, so I have technical needs. It's like, give him his own bathroom. So now you have the accommodations. You've already reached 4 steps out of the 5, and now you have the last one, which is where people generally break. Like, at this point, you basically have more rights than what everybody else does, but you want more. Now you have to obey. It's like, what? You're gonna call me by this. No, I'm gonna call you by what we've been calling you since before even the acknowledgement started. Your name is Charlie, you're a guy, you're 14, 15, 20, 35 years old. It's who you are, dude. We don't care about your background. All that's in the past. Maybe we came on a little bit rough. We thought you were going to be a lot more off the wall. You're actually okay. If we've come to our senses, you're a normal person. No! More! It's like, dude, chill. You were mean to me! It's like, okay, we're sorry. We were ignorant. We were stupid. Now. Well, Bob over there still doesn't accept me. Okay, well, Bob's a loser. Leave him alone. You know, he's like you. He's different, but in a different way. You gotta accept it. No! Everybody's gotta be like me. And then, you know, after demands, that's where you have the broken scale. They've already went past 5. You know, they want you to obey. Now they want you to be oppressed. Be oppressed. So they tell you, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. After which, if there is no oppression, they will look for subserviency and enslave you. And basically have laws changed to force you to do things. As we see going on now, with full compelled speech and compliance in schools and whatnot, which I think is terrible. Very terrible. I'm missing putting on this blush. But those are the things. You are now stripping away the rights of others in place of yours, so you are becoming the very evil, if not a tyrannical injustice to those in which you seek to bring redemption on for them oppressing you, or in which things you felt you were oppressed. But the reality is you weren't oppressed. A light is bright. Just because you bring it closer to the paper does not mean it's getting brighter. It just looks like it's getting brighter because you're becoming more concentrated. But if you're not careful, you'll eventually burn the paper, everything around it, inevitably burning yourself. After which, the light goes out like you never existed. So the thing is y'all have reached the point to oppression. I mean, I know in your head you're probably saying, what do you mean, y'all? I mean y'all because just like there's a left, there's a right, there's a far left, and there's a far right. I know people, still am friends with people, growing up, who are in the same boat as most of y'all. I'm generally talking about the people that I grew up with. And it wasn't until recently I had a coworker of mine say, hey, you know, because I said too many, people of the against the grain crowd just do things for attention. You know, I said, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I said, they want to be noticed. They want acceptance. Like, the thing is they're already accepted. It's just it's not enough for them. So they're crying at this point that it wasn't as explosive as they thought it would be. He got really mad and he told me, leave the gays alone. Asshole, blah, blah, blah. And told me all this other crap. I'm like, oh, okay. A friend of mine was there. He's like, I don't think you understand. He's like, I don't care what he has to say, blah, blah, blah. Well, me and this friend ended up going to this party, doing some things, hanging out with some friends. And it was about a few day event, and pictures were taken. And then when he finally saw a few pictures, he was like, "Oh, who's that person? Who's this? Oh, yeah, she's cute." I'm like, "Oh, that's him." Oh. I'm like, yeah, maybe you judged a little bit too fast. Yeah, maybe he did. The thing is, like, I didn't know he was. It's like, what? I didn't know he was gay. He's like, "Oh, bro, he's not gay." What? But he's, yeah, just having fun because he's open and accepting to anybody and everybody. And I should really put more of this here. I guess it doesn't really show up too good on camera. Oh well, or at least this camera. Anyway. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't know, maybe it's exposure. Maybe I need to turn the exposure on my camera down. Or probably stop using a fluorescent light, which is probably the most terrible part about all of this. But that's just one-sided, scale-tiered, multi-level form of judgmental oppression, which most people actually do. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about here, you could probably show this video to a professor of yours, if you're in college, and have them break it down and explain it to you in which I'm saying. So I'm not the smartest person around, by far. So if anything here sounds incorrect, you get the message I'm trying to convey. So don't be so smart you're dumb. Okay? Overly analytical turns into a technicality, which means you're just arguing semantics or semitics or somatics or transphonics, or you get what I'm saying. So anyway, that's there. Time for the good stuff. Yeah, I've decided I'm not gonna do the eyeliner because that's gonna be way too hard. And I don't even have a mirror for this. Well, I have the big ass mirror over there, but I'm not dealing with that. So let's see how sloppy I can make this. But I guess that works. Okay, and I probably still need some more on this side. It's either that or the camera's just not showing it right. Either way, guys, I'm only using the camera and my monitor to see this, so I have no clue how accurate it's going on. But I don't know, hopefully good enough. Oh well. So that's there, that's done. Time for this. Yeah? Yay? Nay? I don't know. Anyway. So I think I did it. I think I did it good. Ish. Got that manly jawline. But anyway, uh, it's probably not the best down here as far as foundation, so I got that contrasting with the blush, so it's probably making the 5 o'clock shadow thingy pop out a little bit. That concealer would probably layer on better, but anyway, I think I did this good enough. Judgment. Judgment. Okay, so a lot of people will judge each other. And the thing is are they truly judging each other, or are they trying to prevent judgment from themselves? And you might be saying like, oh, Nam, but what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I need to fix this. What? It's way too high. There we go. So yeah, you might be like, oh, Nan, but what do you mean? What do you mean they, Oh, this is terrible. What do you mean by judgment? Judgment of others or towards each other or whatnot? Well, what I mean by it is, okay, so say you have 10 people in a room, and one guy's telling another guy, hey, I think he's gay. Right? Right? Okay, and that dude's like, no, I'm not. They're dumb. They're stupid. That's dumb. And everyone's like, yeah, they're dumb. And he's dumb because he's one. And, they're all going back and forth at it to this one guy. Lo and behold, he's not. And that the guy who's screaming it actually is. Well, the thing is, there's a kid in the back of the room who's not saying nothing because he is too. And it turns out actually 4 of them people in there are. But they're so caught up with the notion that everybody is going to hate them for being who they are that they have decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to pick on other people for being this so that I don't get outed. And you're like, oh, that's wrong. Nobody would do that. Oh, you'd be surprised. A lot of people will do that. And a lot of people do that. And it's sad and it sucks, but that's just the way it is. So I guess what I'm getting at, and I know I'm kind of dragging this on because I'm trying to do all this at once, is that people judge other people because they think they'll be judged for the same thing in the same way. So it's like kill or be killed. And basically what they're getting at is just they shoot first. They shoot first so they don't get shot. God damn, this thing's tight. Should probably loosen it up a little bit. Maybe that works. Yeah, that'll work. So, it's like, what do you do? Well, you could start off by just being straight up. We're like, hey guys, I don't know what y'all are gonna do about it, but I am fill in the blank. And I am proud to tell y'all that I am fill in the blank. If anybody else in here is the same way, please tell me. Because if you are also fill in the blank, maybe we can hang out. So that you know you're not by yourself. But no, that's not how it is. Everybody just sees one person get picked on, and then that creates a chain effect. Because the people in the class next door with 10 more people are looking. They're like, oh, better not let that be me. Hey, is anybody else in here like that guy over there? Yeah, because they're dumb. And so it spreads. But it's the same thing of, hey, if you're not gay, you're oppressive. Why? If you're not gay, you're homophobic. It's like, wait, whoa, hold up, slow down. You're basically doing the same thing. And people are like, well, yeah, but that's what they did to us. I'm like, look, are we here to end inequality and oppression? Or are we here to further breed it? But we're not just breeding it. We're dramatically and dynamically evolving it into something of a more pure, ferocious monster. You're giving it an extra set of teeth to work with. You know, you're just creating more hatred among community. I seen a video earlier going, you know, if you don't accept this, well then you're an outcast and you're a minority. It's like, no, they're not really. They're giving their own opinion. They don't have to accept it. They don't even have to acknowledge it at all. You by yourself are your own individual. You're unique to yourself. And you should bring that same equality towards other people. They don't have to talk to you. They don't have to acknowledge you. And they don't have to agree with your opinions, feelings, or expressions at all. They don't have to. As strongly as you feel that they should is the same strong feelings and emotions they may have that they shouldn't. And you go, well, you're right. Well, then they might go, well, they're right. You might go, well, you're wrong. Well, then they can just say that you're wrong. And the simple fact of the matter is that neither one of you are right or wrong. It's just perspective from the situation. You know. So to say, well, hey, I'm not judging, you technically are. And to say, hey, I'm only judging because, no, you're judging everything but and against and not for, is generally how it ends up turning out. So it's like this. If you feel some type of way about something, cool. You can express it, you can talk about it, but do not oppress others over it. Do not cast them out. Let's say for this Hogwarts game, hey, if you play this, you're an outcast, we're going to cancel you. Okay, great. Hey, guess what? If you go onto the Steam platform and you play this game, it shows that you're a part of the LGBT community. And if you play it, we're going to ban you from Steam. Because of some guy on there who's probably extremely homophobic, transphobic, really just they're just off the wall, closed, boxed in and closed-minded. And they're like, oh, that's the new decision. That's what I'm gonna do. You're like, that's dumb. What are you doing? Why would you do that? It's terrible. Well, it's the same thing here. For you to just go cancel those people just for playing a game, it's terrible. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I dragged this video on a little bit long, and if you made it this far, cool. So tell me how I did. I almost forgot to put these things on. Let me put these on for y'all before I go. And before anybody goes, oh, you're mocking me because you're wearing this. Shut up. This isn't my first time doing this. This isn't my last time doing this. And I don't just do this behind a camera. So hey, before you go on saying crap about me, this is really sloppy right now. So to you guys out there that want to complain, bitch, and moan about the wrong things, maybe you should put more attention to yourself, because it would probably be a lot more healthy and keep you a lot more happy than putting so much stress and worry on others and what they think and do or might say about you, or things that they might say about themselves, because all it's going to do is hurt you. So hey, if you want to sip the cup of poison, go ahead, it's way over there. Or you could take a smooth sip of satisfaction right here. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video and these sweet rolls I got, bacon in the oven there, I don't know, comment below, like, subscribe, I guess at this point. I haven't said it before, but I don't know, I guess if you made it this far, you're cool with it. Yeah, you want to see more of this crazy crap, I'll be doing this again next Friday. Promise is a promise, keep doing it. Other than that, this trend will probably surely die very quickly because I'm not really good at doing this on camera. I'm not saying that I'm not comfortable, I just don't have a mirror for it. It's not easy. But anyway, I'll try it, see what I can do. Yeah, cool. If you want to throw some slam or roast comments down there, go ahead. That'd be cool too. I want to see what you can come up with. Imagination is great. So, until next time, guys.